Hey, what's up? I'm Ideli Harrison, Senior Partner of Education with CommunityBuild Ventures. Man, at CommunityBuild Ventures, we are a pro-Black, solutions-focused firm that is committed to eliminating racial disparities by developing powerful, impactful, and racial equity-driven leaders and organizations. So, education with CBV has been busy for the month of February 2021. Just so you know, with education and CBV, what we focus on is two main areas. What we do is we help schools measure, remedy, and reverse educational inequities that exist within their schools. The second thing we do is we partner with schools, organizations, and communities to create professional learning spaces for Black educators to connect, grow, and lead. So I've been busy doing all of that this month, and I'm just going to share a little bit with you what's been happening in the month of February. So in February, what we've been doing is we launched the BME's Talk Leadership Lab series. This is a series of 5 virtual workshops where we bring together brothers from across the country. We had 40 plus brothers on our first workshop, which was February 24th. And the workshop, what we're doing is I'm teaching brothers enhancing their skill to lead equity-centered facilitation, which then means that they can design learning experiences that really allow everybody in the room, no matter how they identify, to really show up and fully engage as their full and authentic self. Everybody could be a classroom full of students. Everybody could be a faculty department or departmental faculty or a faculty meeting. It could also be parents or community leaders. And so how do we help them show up and fully engage, no matter who they are, fully authentically in that space? And so we had this great time on February 24th. The focus of our first time together was really exploring identity. So as Affinity, Black Male Educator Affinity, we explored identity and what does it look like? How do we describe ourselves? We also talked about how does the world describe us, or people, our colleagues, see us? How do they describe? And then when has our identity helped us? When does our identity hindered us? So we were able to have this very deep discussion with 40 plus brothers in identity with just the brothers and talking about that. Because again, identity, it's key for us to, if we're going to facilitate learning for others, so specifically equity-centered facilitation, it's important for us to understand how we identify and how that shows up in different spaces in which we enter. So we had a great time, and we look forward to, in March, we'll have 2 more sessions. In March, what's coming up, we'll have 2 other sessions on March 17th and March 31st. On March 17th, the focus is going to be on constructing community agreements. So basically, how do we coalesce a community together that wants to do transformative work, to take transformative action? How do we put together a foundation that improves and increases and enhances the way we show up and communicate with one another? And then on March 31st, we're going to talk about, this is something I'm really, really excited. We're going to talk about, how do you talk to strangers about equity? The great part about the lab is that, yes, we're all strangers because we don't really know each other that much, but we have some affinity together. So we're going to practice talking about equity with one another, and then potentially be prepared to lead a conversation, to lead an activity for others in our community, whether it's with our students, whether it's with parents, or whether it's with our colleagues within that space. So the Leadership Lab, please, bmestalk.com, click on the leadership development space. You can get straight to the tickets right there. Get your seat for that. But we're excited that that's building momentum. Also, what's coming up in March, I'm going to share with you all a piece that I did. So I had a phone call with a school organization, and they were talking about, they were doing equity audits. And I realized that there were some things that were missing from the equity audit. So in March, what I'm going to do is share with you just my reflection of like what you should be looking for when you are looking to engage in leading an equity audit within your school. What are the components? What are the things to be able to look out for? What do you need to be in place to really maximize your results from that? And so it's just been a busy February. March is tuning in to be very busy as well. We're excited about the work. Also, what's coming in March, Black male educators and those who are supporters, we are having we have our weekly Twitter chat, as you guys know, at BME's Talk on Twitter, but then we also have a monthly happy hour. And on March 10th, It is every second Wednesday of the month. This month is going to be March 10th. We have a happy hour. We get together for about 90 minutes virtually on Zoom, 15 to 20 brothers from across the country. We play a little bit of trivia. We do a lot of laughing, a lot of sharing, and then we just have lighthearted, open conversations about what's on our mind. I think in February we ended up talking about just coming to America because it was launched, right? And so what was that like? And just our experiences, seeing Black art and talking about that. So that's what we just kind of open up to it. Not a really big forum that's there, but it's really just finding a time, during the month, midweek, to really talk about and just connect as Black men educators with that. So I'm Ayodele Harris. That's just information from our desk. That's February, that's March. Please stick with us. If you have any questions about any of the things that we do, whether it's the Equity Centered School Improvement around the helping people measure equity, please reach out at, Ayodele at CommunityBuildVentures.com, or wherever you're finding this, you can find me and link me. And if you have questions with that, if you're looking to, one, build strategy, create a space for Black men educators, reach out to me. Let's connect. If you want to get them connected to those spaces, also you can do the same. So I'm Ayodele Harrison. That's just a little bit from my desk for the month. I look forward to seeing you from months from now. You take care. God bless.